Hello, we are going to talk about rationalizing fractions today. So if you have something like this, 1 over square root of 2, that's not very neat. We would like you to answer by rationalizing denominators. We don't want radicals in the denominator. So you multiply top and bottom by square root of 2, and square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. So this is a more elegant answer. So please answer like this instead of like that. Here, if you have 2 over square root of 27, first you recognize the square root of 27 is 3 cubed. You take this one of these 3's here, you leave it inside, and 2 of them go out of the radical, becomes just 1 here. Then you can multiply top and bottom by square root of 3. And square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3, times 3 is 9, and the numerator is twice square root of 3. Now you can also do this for cubic roots or other roots, right? So if you have 1 over the cubic root of 2, remember cubic root is just 2 to the power 1/3. So you multiply top and bottom by 2 to the power 2/3. Why? Because if you multiply 2 to the power 1/3 by 2 to the power 2/3, you get 2. So, and 2 to the power 2/3 times 1 is just 2 to the power 2/3. 2 to the power 2/3 is 4 to the power 1/3, or cubic root of 4. So that's the elegant answer for this problem. Now for the next sequence, recall this factorization and this fact of life. If z is a positive number, you can take the square root. When you take the square of the square root, it's just z. Okay? And this tells you that the difference of 2 squares is the sum of the numbers multiplied by the difference. So if you have a complex formula like that, what you should do is to get rid of radicals in the denominator. The way to do that is to multiply top and bottom by this factor here. So that you want to multiply in the denominator, so you have to multiply in the numerator as well. So the numerator is this times this. You don't have square roots anymore. Minus this times 1, which is just that. And in the denominator, you have the sum multiplied by the difference. So that's the square of the first. This is the square of the square root of the sum of squares of x and y. Minus the square of 1 is just 1. Okay? So a more complex one. Notice we don't have radicals in the denominator anymore. And finally, for something like that, we just multiply top and bottom by the sum of the square roots. Numerator is just that. Denominator a is the square of the square root of a minus the square of the square root of b. Okay? Thanks for watching.